What's going on YouTube? Patrick back with Team Bolshevik, filming an early morning Lightsworn deck profile because I'm not sure if I've profiled this deck this format. Um, and I kind of want to talk about a little bit what has to change in this deck with the next ban list for it to be relevant at all. Um, this is my favorite deck ever, and I really want to see it be playable. But sadly, it's not this format. It's not playable right now. I'm honestly, I don't know what else I can do to this build to make it good. I don't want to start playing Twilight. I'm sure that's a pretty good build. I mean, I know it is, but I really just want pure Lightsworn to be good again. So I'll talk a little bit about what I think needs to happen. Kicking it off, we got 2 Lila. I am playing 3 copies of Raikou. You might think that that's overkill. I really like the Destruction Power, and it's the ultimate first turn set card. I've never had a problem with drawing into too many. I have had problems with milling it too much, but once again, I'd rather have 3 and draw 1 than mill 3. You know, just extra chance. 2 Celestia. I like to all of the warriors. Aaron, Garoth, Chain, they're what they are. I like 2 Wolf. Playing any more than 2, I mean, I say this every deck profile. You're going to draw into it, you're not going to be able to recharge it every single time. 2 allows you to mill it when you want it. That's kind of just it. I like my 2. And this is where you just turned off the video, because you saw this and you're like, what a noob. No. Rinion is really good. Rinion is a real good floater in Lightsworns. In case you didn't know, flip, return 1 Lightsworn monster from your grave to your deck and draw 1 card. It's quite good. It's a Lightsworn floater. That's exactly what it is, really. I mean, this card is the most important card in the build other than JD and Honest. Well, other than JD. Honest isn't even that important anymore. When you mill this, you're kind of losing. No matter where you are in the game, you've kind of just taken a huge hit because you've lost one of your main cards in the deck. This allows you to put that back in, draw a card. Drawing aside, putting that back in is really important. If that's not in your grave, you're putting in something else. I mean, it could be a wolf, it doesn't matter. You're drawing a card off of that, though. Like, the fact that it puts something back from your grave to your deck is really good. The fact that you can draw then is amazing. I love Rinion, like, a lot. I like her at 1, but I'm totally going to test her out at more because I honestly believe it's that good. Feel free to disagree in the comment section below. Her. Lumina, this is where I talk about what happens on the ban list. This card has to go to 2. If this card does not go to 2, he went to 3. And nothing happened. Lumina has got to go to 2 before anything happens with this deck. Because it's just not going to make a difference otherwise. I want to see this deck get to the point where it can top an event again. Not number 1, but top 32. Everybody seems confused when I say that. But yeah. I love this deck, and I think it's really good as is, but it just can't keep up. It needs Lumina at 2 at least for it to be playable. And no, it's not going to break open the meta. It's not going to cause scars in the earth and the 4 horsemen to cometh. Because neither did this going on here. These 3 guys, they happened, and everybody was like, holy hell, Lightsworn format. Yeah, that didn't work out at all, though, did it? But yeah, that's just how I feel about the Lumina. One honest. Duh. Plague Spreader and a Glow Up Bulb being the tuners. I predict that Glow Up Bulb gets banned on this March format. It's a little bit too busted in the decks where it's run. Random Mill Plus, really good tuner, totally abusable in plants. It's just a little too good to be around. Sadly, that card got to be taken out of the deck then. What I do think will happen, maybe, if we're really lucky, play goes to 2, and that fills the extra tuner spot, because, think about this, how busted are zombies now? Not at all. They're kind of in a worse situation than Lightsworn. If play goes to 2, I don't think it's going to make a huge difference in the meta. I think it's going to give our decks a boost as Lightsworn players, and I think Zombies players will be really happy about it. But for now, playing the Global. 1 Card Trooper, 2 Necrogarda. This is probably my last point on the Banlist, maybe, unless I run into something else. These could very well go to 3. And once again, JD went to 3, and Necrogarda went to 2, and everybody went, holy shit, Lightsworn. I really don't think that this card would be as busted as people seem to think it is if it goes to 3. It's a one-off, and it provides us some protection. I mean, most builds run Decree, which cuts us off from Gores. I really don't see a problem with it going to 3. I mean, it would be really annoying, and it might cause some games to be lost, but overall, I don't think it would be that busted. But if I get Luna at 2, and if Glowbulbs goes, and we get Plague back, I will be fine at this at 2. Like, I will be happy. One effect failure. This is my other first turn set card, besides Raikou, Magical Merchant. It's really good, it thins this deck, and you keep the cards, like, even if you just reveal the top card of your deck, and that's a charge of a Light Brigade, which has happened often, that's really good. You're drawing a card, basically. It's an insane first turn set, because even if they side deck into a Nobleman, and they use it on this guy, you're not going to care. They're going to be, oh shit, I thought that was a Raikou. I just wasted that card. You're not going to care. Charge, standard, Lightsworn stuff, Monster Incarnation, Double Gold Sark. I don't like Pot of Duality in this deck at all. This lets you reach in. I mean, I shouldn't have to explain that. Avarice, Heavy Storm, which will not be banned, I hope. Monster Reborn, Dark Hole, Double MST, and I am playing 3 Decrees, as much as I hated on them before. Extra deck, Utopia, Atyrus. I know I can't really get it out in this deck, but Celestia is there, and I do synchro with Glowbulb in level 4s. So the opportunity is there, and I have gotten it out before. Arm, because why not? Android being a far better tuner than TG Hyper Librarian in this deck, because you don't synchro, barely at all. Tempest, Brio, Gaia, Black Rose, Scrap Archfiend, 2 Stardust, just in case. Scrap Dragon, Colossal, which is really good in Lightsworn because you do run the Warriors, and a Trish. And that is the deck, and now I'm going to stop talking, and I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you comment, rate, and subscribe. Team Bolshevik out.